Alright, what's up DJ? This is Frost coming with my first video card review article. I may talk a little fast, but sorry, it's my accent. So, let's get started. First card, Lavalval Chain. 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material to A. Send one card from your deck to the grave. B. Choose one monster, put it on top of your deck. Alright. First effect is a walking Foolish Burial. We all know how Foolish Burial works. Send Spore, Dandelion, Plague, Zephyrus, anything. It can even give you that extra material you need to summon BLS from your hand and just go for game. The card is really good in that effect by itself. But then let's look at the second effect. Choose a monster card from your deck, put it on top of your grave. If you ever needed a dark in your grave, or you have a light in your grave, and you needed a BLS on top of your deck, or you had 4 light swarms in your grave, and you had 3 in your grave, or even 4, and you needed JD on top of your deck for the next turn, this card will just give it to you. You get to add any card to the top of your deck and then draw it next turn. And even if you're worried about your opponent knowing what card it is, you can easily like psych them out. Say you top Bulb, or you top Destiny Hero Dasher. They won't want to Mind Crush your Dasher because its effect works out of the grave. Or you have a Plague in grave already and you put Melee on top. They won't want to Mind Crush that Malicious either, because it will activate in grave, and that's when Malicious and Plague, they work well together. So all in all, it's a good card. Give it 10 out of 10. Perfect card. Next, Daigusto Emeral. 2 level 4, same setup, except the effects are different. First effect, target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into your deck, draw 1 card. Or B, target 1 non-effect monster in your graveyard, special summon it. The second effect is good for vanilla beatdown, gives you a free Blue Eyes White Dragon. Good in Gemini decks since they're not treated as effect monsters, which means that they will be non-effect monsters, I believe. So good and all, though I don't like it personally, since most of the decks use this format or are effects that decks that use a lot of effect monsters. In the first effect, target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into your deck, draw 1 card. This makes it a walking pot of avarice. I say this card is better in most cases than pot of avarice for 2 things. 1, it cannot be milled. Pot of avarice can be milled at any time, and because it's limited, if you mill it, it's like gone. Like you can't get it back. You can't depend on getting those 5 monsters that you need back. And 2, if you get Pot of Avarice when you need a monster, and even the cards you draw don't give you a monster, you're screwed. This card cannot be milled. Since it's from the extra deck, it can never be milled. It comes out when you want it to come out, and it works well. And secondly, it's already a monster, meaning that if you need a monster to end the game and you want to get 3 monsters back to see what you can draw, and you don't draw a monster, this card is already on the field. It gives you a monster to do attack damage, to do battle damage. If it doesn't finish the job, at least you have a monster to defend your life points from a direct attack and finish you off. So in that sense, it's better than Pot of Avarice. Now, I give this card a 9 out of 10, just because the second effect is crap in this format, since most decks don't even use a single normal monster. But you can make a deck specially and then use this card in it. Lastly is Evolzar Soldde. 2 level 6 dinosaur type monsters. When this card has XYZ materials, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can attach an XYZ material to destroy that monster. Now the first effect is good enough. It cannot be destroyed, meaning it cannot be hit by torrential, tribute. Dark Hole does not do anything to it. If Judgment Dragon, if you have traps on the field, Judgment Dragon can use his effect and waste his. Well, in fact, you can destroy Judgment Dragon. So even if he uses priority on his effect and destroys your traps or whatever, you still have this card left on the field, and this card can just keep destroying him. He can last for up to 2 Judgment Dragons, which is good. And not only Judgment Dragon, any card that they special summon. They can special summon Xian. Xian takes him out, and that's good. Anything. Mirror Force can't stop him with that. Nothing. Until he runs out of XYZ materials, of course. And his second effect. And the good thing is that the only cards that can hit him are cards like Brionic, Trishula, Dimensional Prison. If you use Save Zone on him, then Dimensional Prison wouldn't work. but still, these two you can destroy Bionic. He used priority on it, but still is destroyed. And Trishula, well, Trishula is like mega strong, so I mean, even if you destroy him, still. But now, if we look at the things required, 2 level 6 dinosaur type. It would be hard in older formats, but with this new monster, they brought monsters to allow him to be summoned easily. Evolzar Ilias. When this card is special summoned by the effect of an Evil Light monster, you can special summon one level 6 Allure Fire Dinosaur type monster from your hand. Meaning, there's this evil monster that lets you special summon this card. So once you special summon this card, you can get that one from your hand, and then next turn go for Soldde. And basically, that's the easiest way to get him out. Even so, this card has 2400 defense, meaning that you can leave him on the field for maybe, I guess he'll last a turn or two, depending on what you're doing, or what deck you're using, or what deck you're facing, to get another level 6, and then XYZ for this. So both, there's a really good card to easily get it out, and you can also use Jurak Hera for this since it's level 6. Good card. So I'll give this card a I'll also give this card a 9 out of 10 because its effect is really good, but because it's not, it can only work in decks that use level 6 dinosaurs, which it doesn't fit in every deck. But its effect really makes up for it if you make a dinosaur deck that has Jurak Hera in it, or even this card in it. Include this because it can actually do serious damage. So yeah, Lavalval chain, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Really great cards. And this article, this is Scorp's deck. He did a deck profile on this. I put these cards here because I had the examples like right here, easy access to the examples, so it's good. Oh, I forgot to mention that this card, even if the only card that can actually will go against it, if you wanted to negate it, like Stardust. I know some of you thinking that Stardust can destroy this, but why would you negate the Stardust? It has 2600 attack. Remember that. It can run over it. Scrap Dragon, you can negate it. If it's a scrap deck and it summons another one, it doesn't really matter because, I mean, you still have another chance to negate the second one. So it's really good card. So yeah,